Hi everyone, I'm coming to you today from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and I want to talk a little bit about customer experience strategy in this short video. And to start, I'm going to start with customer centricity. Now, I read a lot and I see that there's a school of thought out there on customer centricity that basically says whatever customers need or expect or want from us, we're going to give that to them. And everything we do is driven by that. Our actions and our reactions are driven by the customer. And I think that sounds great on paper, but I think you also have to consider who you are. What is your value proposition? What is your mission? What is your purpose? What are you trying to bring to the customer? And when you talk about product and price are absolutely part of the customer experience. It's not service on steroids, and I'm not a big fan of customer experience equals service. Service is absolutely an element or component of the customer experience, but the ecosystem around customer experience is much, much bigger than service. Now in all this, let me give a real example from my own life and from my own work. For about 7 years, my partner and I owned an art gallery in Singapore. And we were very, very clear about our mission and purpose when we opened this art gallery. What we did is we brought in primarily paintings from fine American, European, and Australian artists and provided exposure to those paintings in Asia. It gave exposure to the artist, and also we felt it gave exposure to our audiences who may not otherwise see these particular pieces. And one of the reasons we did that is we had collected many of these artists, so we felt that we were able to share their story. Now, from the very first show that we did, we got some pushback. We got questions like, hey, you're in Asia, how come you're not representing Asian artists? Hey, you're in Singapore, how come you're not showing Singaporean artists? And in fact, we even received hate mail and death threats that we weren't representing Asian artists. Now, putting those outliers to the side, though it was a bit disconcerting to be honest, anybody that asked us, we would go back to our purpose or our mission. We would say, hey, our purpose at the Art Club Singapore is to present these fine Western artists that we know and that we can tell their stories. Now, we never set up our gallery to please everyone, and what you learn, I think, is when you try and please everyone, you clearly please no one. So I think having a point of view, having a perspective, having a value proposition really matters. And over the years, our strategy worked. We built a base clientele of people that repeatedly purchased from us, and on top of that, they told their friends and their colleagues about us, which is exactly the way customer experience works. Now, we only closed the gallery when we shifted out of Singapore and relocated to Europe. Otherwise, we would still be running the gallery business there to this particular day. So, in conclusion, when I teach customer experience strategy, I share this story because one of the reasons is the entire concept of a customer experience strategy is you're creating an intended experience. You're doing something intentional. You're making decisions around what kind of experience you're going to give to customers. And as Maurice Fitzgerald teaches us, you take your few resources at your command and you really push those into achieving that particular strategy. Because again, pleasing everyone means absolutely pleasing no one. So I hope this short video on customer experience strategy and my life as an art gallerist has been helpful to you, and I'll talk to you again soon.